This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a Volkswagen Jetta. This happens to be a 2004 model, and we have a check engine light on today, so we have to go in there and see what the problem is. Alright, let's do a scan, see what we get. We have a P3081 code. So we're going to have to look into that and see what that's all about. Now that particular code is a manufacturer specific code, and you can see right here that the engine temperature is too low. Let's look at the freeze frame data, see if we can see something there. The vehicle of the car was at 39 miles an hour, and the engine speed was at 2200. But look at the temperature of the coolant temp sensor at 40 degrees. That is too low. So that looks like the problem. The engine coolant temp sensor is the problem. What we'll do is we'll check the wires, we'll check the connector. They look fine. We'll replace the sensor. First thing we need to do is to take off this plastic cover on the engine. There is a 10mm nut right here that I removed. Then we have to take out the dipstick. And right here on the corners we want to grab and pull up, and that will remove that cover. Next we want the engine to be cold, and we want to remove the cap to the pressure tank here and put it right back on, just to relieve any pressure that might be in the system. Here is the engine coolant temp sensor right here. It's right on the end of the cylinder head. First thing we need to do is to remove the electrical connector and examine it, make sure that it is in good condition. Now to remove the connector, we're going to take a small screwdriver, and what we're going to do is we're going to push up on this little piece right in the back of the connector. I know it's very difficult to see, but there is a little square area in the connector, and you'll lift up on it, hear that little click, and then that will remove the connector. Now, by examining it here, I don't see any corrosion. The contacts look good. And what we'll do is we'll look in at the pins. The pins look good, so it must be the sensor. So what we'll do is we'll replace that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean all that down there, the dirt that might accumulate in there, so it's nice and clean. Alright, here's our new sensor and the retainer and the O-ring. So we'll put the O-ring on the sensor. And we'll take a little petroleum jelly, put that on the O-ring. Okay, there we go. It's all ready to go in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pry out the clip, and we're going to remove the sensor and then put the new one in as quickly as we can. So here we go. Alright, there's the clip. She's out. And we didn't lose too much coolant at all. There's the O-ring. So now we can put our new sensor right in there. And here's the clip going in. Let's push down on it. Okay. Yep, clip is all in. There was very little loss of coolant there. Practically none. Alright, now we can put the electrical connection back in place. You'll know when it's on when you hear this click. Right there. That's it. It's all back on. Alright, we got the sensor in. So now all we have to do is put our cover back in place. Take the scan tool, clear that check engine light, take it for a ride, and hopefully our P3081 trouble code doesn't come back. So that's all there is to changing a engine coolant temp sensor on your Volkswagen Jetta.